Hello everybody. We're here today in the Desert Botanical Gardens in Phoenix. Now Simon's being really decent because I'm really interested in it, but he's not really interested in it at all. So kicking and screaming, but I haven't heard too much of either of those things. But he has promised to take me to a really nice football match soon.
Yes, you'll love that.
We thought we'd share 3 prospecting stories with you today because obviously we've left the downtown Sheraton, which was absolutely lovely of course, and we've come over to an area called Tempe, which is another part of Phoenix, and we experienced three different sets of people on our journey to breakfast this morning, so we thought we'd share that with you.
Okay.
So, okay, tell us about the first taxi driver.
Oh, yeah, well, the first taxi driver took us from the Sheraton.
Yeah, we went to the Biltmore for lunch.
To the Biltmore. Biltmore's
Very nice.
If you haven't been to the Biltmore, go to the Biltmore. Fantastic hotel, wonderful. Anyway, this guy, he was made redundant 2 years ago. He's in manufacturing,
That's
wasn't
right.
he? Because all the business went to China. And we spent the whole conversation, it was all about how bad things were. And he blamed not Cameron, he blamed Blair.
Yes.
He blamed Bush, I think.
Blamed pretty much everybody.
He blamed everybody, and every
Half
time I
the
said,
world.
what would make a difference? And he kept on saying, government, war.
So the thing that would improve his personal circumstances is somebody else, really.
It was somebody else, it was.
Yes.
It wasn't
You have to give
him.
him a little bit of credit because he had taken the initiative to buy a very smart car to use as a taxi, and my goodness, he worked really hard.
Yeah, but he did complain he was working lots of hours.
He did.
a lot of hours.
Okay, so at Parade Biltmore, we had another interestingly exactly the same car, very nice, leather, air-conditioned Lincoln. God, it was so comfy. But this time, it was quite a big, brash New Yorker, sick of the rain. Some similarities there. And he headed south for Phoenix and the sun. And he was an interesting man, wasn't he?
He was. This guy was had a fantastic life. He could have written a book. I think at about the age of about 15 or 16, he was with some friends who said they were going to sail around the world, you know, just at the drop of a hat. And he decided in literally a blink of an eye, he went home to his mum and said, I'm going. And she said, you must be mad. But he did. And there was some fantastic tales he
Wonderful
told.
stories, especially one about the humpback whales.
That's right. They were brushing these humpback whales because alongside this boat, they were going from Alaska to Hawaii. Because they were migrating.
And the boat
Absolutely.
actually migrated in amongst the whales, and they got to listen and learn the different calls of the whales.
Absolutely.
At night in the sea. It's been a wonderful experience.
We're saying fantastic. But also, he'd been in network marketing.
Yes,
and
he'd been in network. Simon had nipped in to get a new card for the camera, and he said, oh, he'd done this network, and it was really great, but he couldn't possibly tell any of his friends, you understand. So I changed the tack of the conversation. Said, "Did you get on with the drinks?" It was a Chinese medicine of some sort, Chinese herbal medicine. Fantastic. The products are absolutely brilliant. I really love them. Yeah, I got loads of health benefits from them. He just couldn't bring himself to share it with any of his friends. Oh well.
Never mind.
And then at breakfast this morning, we were waited
Yep.
on by a really thoughtful and charming girl, wasn't she?
Who she was, called Sam. In fact, Sam, we found out very quickly that she was a graduate, wasn't she?
Yes.
She come from
Very well
Chicago. In fact, her parents were German and Polish.
She sounded American, didn't she?
She sounded, well, American. Very charming. She's also studied a degree in teaching.
Yeah, she's a really bright girl.
And we said,
Working as a waitress for 3 years.
For 3 years, yeah, the same job for 3 years, waitressing. What are you doing that for? But she did disclose that she's going for an interview tomorrow. She loves the Brits. She loves Ricky Gervais.
She wants to come to England.
Stephen Marchant and various other people. And she, vowed that...
Such a helpful, charming attitude.
Incredible. Nothing was just too much bother.
But just for a minimum wage job.
Anyway, here's something for you to think about, Cherry.
Okay.
Go on, tell
Well,
us.
the question is, which of these or any of these people should we give our business card to? Now, when we get back into the UK next week, be sure to come up and ask us, and then we'll tell you. Bye for now.
Bye!